Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning with the Passleys. And today's topic is on public speaking because, as you know, we don't only teach mathematics on this channel, we also will teach you English. We're going to be teaching you some hospitality, some tourism, and all of that. So guess what? You have to stay locked. You have to stay glued on this channel, and of course you have to watch this video to the end because you will be experiencing and hearing and seeing some important elements of public speaking. And guess what? Let me just give you a hint or a couple of hints. We're going to be defining public speaking. You will know my top 3 importance of public speaking, as well as my top 3 techniques to implement into your public speaking. And of course, way down to the end, we'll be doing a quick revision, a short revision. And guess what? I want the conversation, I want the discussion going, so you can always post your answers and your comments in the comment section below. So stay tuned, people. At the end of this introduction, we will definitely go straight into it. But guess what? We can't have public speaking and we don't have a speech. So you'll be hearing a short speech entitled COVID-19 and I. Do not use bleach in your body. Good day. My speech is entitled COVID-19 and I. Do not use bleach in your body. Donald Trump suggested this by way of killing the virus. This, might I say, is not a good remedy for killing the virus. Drinking bleach can burn your stomach and possibly resulting in death. The truth is, in this time of uncertainty, fake news and myths spread as false hope for certainty. Some of the ways to prevent the virus are by washing your hands, practice social distancing, and getting the facts from credible sources, namely WHO. In conclusion, the only way to be certain in a time of uncertainty is that for I to get the facts and that I practice ways to prevent contracting the virus. I must be able to first change so that I can see change, and that's a fact. Yes, people, that was just a little icebreaker, just a little warm up for those of us in case who have forgotten what a speech is and how a speech sounded. That was a little brainstorm that I just quickly came up with to just give you an idea, really, of a flow of a speech. The title, the beginning, the body, the ending. And of course, we'll go further into public speaking. If you're here and you're wondering why you're actually here, and if this is for you, well, if you have already had a basic knowledge on public speaking, that's good. You can always revise on what public speaking is. And if you haven't yet appreciated the art of public speaking, you will be able to do so at the ending of this presentation. You should be able to be more confident to actually stand up and do your speech publicly. Whether it's, you're not seeing my face, but that doesn't mean that even though I sit behind my screen that I cannot be nervous. However, doing your speech will come naturally over time. And of course, I created this as a means for students who have just ended their Zoom classes, their Zoom lecture, and they just want to revise as well. So even if you're a high school student and you have a basic knowledge, or you don't have any knowledge at all, then here is where you come to get your knowledge on public speaking. Okay, so what is public speaking? According to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the act or process of making speeches in public is called public speaking. One might ask, okay, so if I'm doing my speech in private, then what do you call that? Non-public speaking? Or maybe that is just practice for when you're able to do it in public. And you might not know what a speech is, you might have an idea, but a formal definition for a speech is the communication of thoughts in spoken words. And of course, when you're doing your speeches, you have to let them flow, you have to let them transition well, and let them make sense. And with time, you'll be able to know. Okay, my top 3 importance of public speaking, and of course, there are more reasons for letting public speaking be important. But in the interest of time and the nature of this video, I'm cutting them down to 3. The more I do it, the more I get better at it. Over the years, while I started doing my public speaking was really at my associate degree days, I was very timid. Why? Because I never had enough practice, and this was new, this was fresh to me, this was brand new to me. I would get so nervous. I would feel like I'm getting out of breath and my throat would get dry quickly. But I have seen over time, when I practice doing it in my room, in my home, before I stand in front of my class, the congregation, wherever I go, I see myself being a better public speaker though than a person that would just have a conversation randomly with somebody. I don't know why. Yes, over time, number 2, I became more confident actually in what I would say in front of a crowd. I don't know, but I don't feel intimidated at this stage and age speaking in public in front of a group or a large setting. Number 3, you can secure the job, and this means when you go to a job interview, because you are confident, you know what you're saying, you're not fumbling, you're not putting down your head, even if what you're saying, it doesn't really make sense. But of course you should research the organization, do your research before you go. But even if you might say something and you might even fumble, because we're all humans, you are able to cohesively and properly put your words into a proper sentence. You're able to answer the questions well, articulate well. Why? Because you practice in the classroom, you practice at church, you practice at your school clubs, you practice to speak in large groups. So guess what? When you're in front of one person, it is nothing at all to be confident and to speak up. Next, my top 3 techniques to implement in public speaking. Number 1, practice, 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 practice. I would tell my students all the time, practice, practice with your colleague, practice in a mirror, practice before you stand up in front of the class and do your presentation, because guess what? I'm going to know if you did not rehearse. It's going to come through your body language, your tone of voice, the way in which you even hold your paper to present from. It is going to show. And if you have 2 choices to show that you are unprepared or to be prepared, it is better to be prepared. You can keep anxiety at bay by praying before you go on stage, taking deep breaths, meditating. You can see yourself executing the task. You can see in your mind the crowd standing up on their feet and giving you a round of applause. You can envision that when you see success in your mind, then that will be able to calm your nerves down. Thirdly, do not rush. I sometimes will speak quickly. However, people want to hear what you are saying. People come just to see you. People click on this button just to hear what you have to say. So take your time and talk. When you take your time and talk, your points will come through more effectively. And we are getting down to the ending of this video. And we're at the fun section, revision or reflection questions. Number 1, what is public speaking? Number 2, what is one importance of public speaking? Number 3, would you want to do a speech now that you grasp a basic understanding of public speaking? Last, is there anything in this presentation that stood out to you? Let me know. I want us to interact. I want the discussion to continue by leaving a comment, liking this video, sharing it to others who you believe needs it, subscribing so that you can continue to get good educational content such as this, and by hitting the notification bell, you will more be able to get good content just as this. As you sign in and hit your YouTube page, you will see on the upper left right hand corner a list of new notifications, and this will be one of them. Thank you for listening. You can also log in these links to get further understanding or to do further reading. Thank you. I hope you really have learned and grasped something new. See you next time.